welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing my May wrap-up, and I'm going to be showing you not necessarily a June TBR, but some books that I have on my radar for this month, because I don't really want to set like a set-in-stone TBR. I kind of just want to have some books that I know I for sure want to read, and then some other ones that are kind of just on my mind that I might grab or may not grab. I didn't want to set a TBR. I didn't want to do like a game or anything for it this month. Mood read and have some fun. So first book I'm going to talk about is Yours Truly. It follows Brianna and Jacob. Brianna is Alexis's best friend in the last book, Part of Your World, so that's where the kind of the connect is, and it's in the same like kind of world. Brianna is also a nurse doctor, and she's working in the hospital, but she also has a brother who needs a kidney donor. And you have Jacob, who starts at the new hospital. Brianna doesn't like Jacob at first, doesn't think very highly of him, but he ends up proving her wrong, and they end up, you know, crossing paths, exchanging letters. It's super cute. I love this book. I tabbed little yellow pieces. I didn't cry, but I was I don't know, I was just kind of feeling emotional towards the end. The quotes were really getting to me. I want to say I gave it a 4.5. Yes, I did. I gave it a 4.5 stars. It was so cute. I love this book. Please, I beg of you, read this series. Read Part of Your World, then read this, and then read Just for the Summer. You don't have to read them in that order. You can read just one if you don't want to read all of them. But for the ultimate experience, and you know, if one day you plan to read the other ones, read them in order, because it'll give you the best experience, trust me. So after I finished reading Yours Truly, I jumped into Just for the Summer. This was one of my most anticipated reads for this year, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint. It didn't disappoint at all. I love this book. 5 stars. I love Abby Jimenez. I'm sure I talk about it all the time, but I really just love her writing. Something about her writing is always so easy. It flows, and it almost feels not like YA, because she has very, like, I would say adult concepts in here. It almost reads as like YA, so I just read it so fast, and I just fly through her books all the time. It's about Emma and Justin, and the connect in this book is, I believe Justin is friends with Brianna's brother and Yours Truly. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And then there's some other stuff that goes on too. I don't know, I don't want to necessarily spoil anything, so that's all I'm going to say on that part. Really, both of them have this thing where every time they date someone and they break up, the person that their ex ends up then finding their true love after they're done dating them. They have this idea where, hey, why don't we just date each other, and then they set some rules for like how long they're going to date, requirements, blah blah, and then after they do A, B, and C, then they can break up and then potentially, you know, post to find their soulmate. Well, it doesn't necessarily go like that, and they end up, you know, maybe catching some feelings for each other and realizing, hey, maybe like you're my person. So I don't know, this book is so cute. It had me choosing like so much. Again, with the tabs, like if it's Abby Jimenez book, trust it's gonna have tabs in it. The way that they both have their own life challenges going on but still show up for each other was everything. Justin has like the bar is up here. The bar is all the way up here, because the way he treated her and never ever wanted to give up on her was beautiful. So 5 stars. Definitely, I think one of my favorite books of the year, if not my favorite book of the year so far. So that says a lot. If anything, I'm telling you, go read it. Next, this was not my May TBR, but like I said, I like to pick up things that aren't on my TBR, or if I end up buying a new book, I'm gonna read it. I ended up reading and starting Heartstopper. I read book 1 and book 2. They're so easy to fly through. I love them so much. I love physically seeing like the drawings of the characters, because I already have an image in my mind from watching the show, but the drawings are just as cute. If you don't know what Heartstopper is about, it's about Nick and Charlie who do go to the same school. Charlie is already out as gay, but Nick is not, and he ends up you know, kind of realizing he kind of has feelings for Charlie, navigating that and his experience and figuring out, you know, what he wants to identify himself as. And you get to see their relationship build, and you get to see a little bit of their friendships. I'd also 100% recommend watching the show. I watched the show first before I read these, and I honestly feel like it made the experience even better because I already am like picturing a physical person as well, and it's really cute. And I would like be reading and I'm like, oh my god, I remember this from the show, and it was really, I was about to say really cute again, let me stop, but it was really cute. So but yeah, I read the first 2 books. I'm currently reading the 3rd book, so I won't be able to count that for May, but I'm like almost 100 pages in, which is like basically nothing because these are like whatever, but I'm almost done with that. And then the last book, yeah, I only read 5 this month. I'm kind of upset, but that's whatever. It's not a competition, it's not a race. I just feel like I have higher expectations for myself to be reading more. That's all. No. I read Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune, and I was kind of disappointed with this book. I don't know. Like, I loved Every Summer After, and I think I loved Every Summer After because it was so similar to Love in Other Words. So like, how could I hate it? Love in Other Words is like one of my favorite books of all time. And so I thought, okay, I love Every Summer After, I'm probably gonna love this. And I didn't hate it, but I felt myself just like kind of feeling not as like, I don't know, it wasn't bad. Like, I could 100% see why someone's like, no, I love this book, and like give it 5 stars. Like, I could understand, but for me, I just didn't have like a 5-star feeling about it. That's all. Currently though, I am reading The Summer Will Be Different, and I'm loving this one. So I don't know if that book was just a miss for me, but this one I'm almost done with it. I'm also, I don't know if I'm gonna count this for May. I mean, I can say I read 5.5 books if I want to be technical here, but I'm almost done with this book, and I can feel it being like a 4 or 4.5 stars. So I'm not really sure where the disconnect was with the last book, but I love Every Summer After, and I'm loving this one right now. I have been reading this for a while, but I've been doing other things instead of reading, so that's why it's just taking me a while. But I'm gonna finish this today, and I will have final thoughts. I'm filming a vlog this week, A Week in My Life, so I will have my thoughts about this book in that vlog, as well as with Heartstopper and anything else I start reading. Hey guys, I'm sorry that I'm sitting on the floor like a child. I just don't feel like getting up, and I'm already like at my shelf at the perfect level right now. Let's talk about the books that I'm kind of going to be gravitating towards this month. What my plan is, you'll just see. Okay, so currently I'm on the 3rd Heartstopper book, and I can read one of those in one sitting, like for real, because they're graphic novels. So I want to go ahead and finish the last 2 100% this month. And then I'm kind of like, the books that I have picked out here that I am like kind of wanting to read is not many summer reads. I don't know if I'm like kind of over them right now or what, but I will definitely probably be more summer read focused next month because I read some this month. So I kind of need a break because I kind of feel like I'm reading about the same stuff with the traveling and like all of that. So I kind of just want to pause from that. But if I pick up one and I'm in the mood, then I'm going to pick one up that's not on my TBR and read it. I just want to make this clear. I kind of use my TBRs as like a guide of some books that I'm really wanting to reach for first. But if something else grabs my attention, or I buy a new book and I want to read that instead, then like I'm going to read that instead. Sue me. But I'm going to go ahead and put Powerless. I have had this book for quite some time now, and it's just been sitting on my shelf because I'm really scared. But I love the cover. The cover is so beautiful. I have it kind of displayed on my shelf now, like out facing. But I want to get to this month. I don't know if it'll be like one of the first ones, but I definitely want to get to this, and I want kind of a switch up from all the other books I've been reading, so this will be good. Next, guys, the final offer. Why haven't I finished this? I just posted on my TikTok about how much I love Terms and Conditions and what is the other one? Oh, The Fine Print. I love this series so much, and I don't know why I haven't finished it. I even have it on Kindle Unlimited, and so I want to finally finish this month. I've been putting it off because it intimidates me how big it is, but then I'll sit there and I read Keeping 13 and Binding 13 like it was nothing, so I really have no excuse anymore. Whenever I complain about like a length of a book, I have to think about that I read those. I want to read this month. Hands down, I will be reading this. I don't care what happens. I don't care what other books I read. This needs to get read. These two books are kind of up in the air of if I'm going to read to them. All the other ones. Okay, Heartstopper for sure. These next two are kind of up in the air. Final Offer is going to be for sure. I'll show you guys at the end what I mean. I feel like I'm kind of rambling. We'll get there. Next book is Butcher and Blackbird. I think there's a second one coming out and I didn't know that or something. This could be false information, but I thought I saw something about that. So I wanted to read this before the other one came out, so I could read the other one when it came out. But I don't know how much I'm really gravitating towards this. I read about it and then I'm interested, but when I put it back, I like completely forget about it. So this could be a maybe. I haven't seen anything about this book. I got it at Barnes the other day. Okay, it says, after getting passed over for an overdue and much needed promotion, Sadie Green is in desperate need of three things: a stiff drink, a new place to live, and a one-night stand. But when an accidental mix-up lands on her doorstep of Jack Thomas's gorgeous Brooklyn's brownstone, it's too bad Sadie is more attracted to the impressive real estate than she is to the man himself. Jack is grieving an unexpected death of his parents and has to find comfort in video games and movie marathons instead of friends. He basically doesn't know what to make of Sadie, and he ends up giving her a room to stay at his place. With rent unbelievably low, Sadie can finally pursue her Floresy side hustle full time. The two are polar opposites, but as Sadie's presence begins to turn the brownstones into a home, they both start to realize they might have just made the deal of a lifetime. I just thought this sounded super interesting and really cute, and I feel like a good palate cleanser. There's a quote on the back that says, "The opposites attract, roommates to lovers, romance is a true delight," from Rachel Lynn Solomon, the author of the X Talk. Redeeming Six. Gotta get to this. I'm ready now. I've had the break I needed between the first two books, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue. Sorry, first three books. I want to go ahead and continue now. I don't want to forget anything either, but I don't think I could ever forget about them. Anyway, when I read Redeeming Six, she's chunky, real chunky, almost 700 pages. And then I got Taming 7 the other day, so I want to go and read Taming 7 too. Here are my non-negotiables for this month. We have Redeeming 6, Taming 7, the fourth and fifth book, and Heartstopper, and then Final Offer. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 books for sure. And then kind of the ones I have up in the air and that I might end up reading something else instead of reading these is Lease on Love. I don't think I ever said the title in the first time. Butcher and Blackbird, and then Powerless. So I recently bought Love Theoretically, Things We Leave Unfinished, and what else? I've also posted a TikTok about this. I got this book called Beach Cube. I got Love and Gelato. And I'm trying to think what else I had to say. Oh, this was like semi-recent, but I also got Done and Dusted. This could also be a possibility of something I pick up. I bought a new thriller. I bought The Only One Left. I also have my Book of the Month book that'll come. I forget which one I picked, but that one could be an option. And Daisy Hates. I did not end up getting to Daisy Hates. I picked it up and I read a few pages and then I put it back down and I got distracted reading other books. So that could be a possibility as well. So these are all their possibilities that I'm like kind of gravitating towards, but I'm not going to put them on my TBR because I don't want to have that long of a TBR. I'm kind of upset that I didn't get to Daisy Hates. That's what I mean by I feel like I was in a slump this month because, well, in May, because I read books that I wanted to read. Like, I actually had a really good reading month, but I just didn't. I don't know, 5 books is like a book a week, but I could read 2. I don't do anything besides like work and like hang out with my friends or something. So other downtime, I don't understand why I'm not just reading and getting it done. But I also don't want to make it feel like reading's a chore. Like, I want to enjoy doing it, so I'm just gonna read when I want, and honestly I need to stop complaining then. Yeah, that is it for the video, really. I'm glad that I was able to, share you guys my TBR and the books that I previously read. I love like kind of watching my last like May TBR and then seeing, you know, oh, what did I actually read? What did I love? Did I really like this book? Was this book as good as I thought it was going to be? You know, and so on. So yeah, I'm super glad. I hope I have a better reading month. I only picked out, what did I pick out? 7 books for June. I guess I'm kind of setting the bar a little bit lower, but we'll see what I can get to or what will happen. Thank you guys for watching this video, and stay tuned for my week in my life vlog, and I'll see you next time.